Hello, welcome everybody. My name's Iris Serbanescu. I'm the founder of wmnsWORK Tourism Accelerator, and I am calling in from a very rainy Toronto right now. Anyway, thank you so much for tuning in. This is the second conversation in our Pride Month live series where I get to sit down with queer travel founders from our community and hear their stories that reflect who they are and what they believe in and the types of businesses they're building. These are short 15-minute talks, just enough time to spotlight some amazing people and hear what's fueling their work. And as a queer woman, it means a lot to me to create this kind of space because we don't often get the spotlight we deserve in the media world. Today, I'll be joined by Lisa Malakowsky, who's the founder of Dive and Ride Adventures, a boutique tour operator that specializes in adventures for members of the LGBTQ plus community and their allies. It's such a niche company. It's so cool. And I'm so excited to invite her up to join us now. So I will get that going. Thank you so much for joining, Lisa. I love your company. I love how niche focused it is. I've always admired it since day one, since you joined the wmnsWORK program, but audience doesn't know much about Dive Adventures. So can you tell us, how did you start off? How did the idea come to you? And how did the business evolved since you launched it?
Yeah, I can answer all of that, I think. So I am a lifelong motorcyclist, and from most of my adult life, I've been a scuba diver. And I've been traveling the world to scuba dive probably since the 1990s. Not necessarily traveling the world to motorcycle until maybe the 2000s and forward, so maybe the last 20 so years. I went on a lot of trips that other people organized. In some way, shape, or form, all of those trips I would come away from saying, I had a great time, but there was something about them that I didn't like. And I thought, you know what? I can probably do this better myself. I set about to create Dive and Ride Adventures. And I decided to focus on the LGBTQ community predominantly because I'm a lesbian, and predominantly because a lot of times on these other trips curated by other people who were probably mostly not in the LGBTQ community, there was some sensitivity to some of our specific travel needs that people didn't take into consideration. So I thought, I'm probably the best person to try and do this. I have that sensitivity, I have that knowledge, and why not just create the expertise in the travel industry to make this happen?
Love that. That's always how the best businesses start, right? Like you see the market and how you can do it better. So as a queer woman, as a lesbian, how do you approach trip design intentionally to build safety and belonging into your experiences? Because it sounds like that's a point of friction for people from this community. And I know that you're doing it well and thoughtfully. So would love to hear some things you do.
Yeah, there's a couple of different things I can bring here. One, destinations. So for example, I know that the Maldives is a place people like to go scuba diving, and actually people like to go for other reasons too. But the Maldives as a country is very, very anti-gay, anti-LGBTQ. So I choose not to take anyone on my trips to the Maldives. Now, people will say, okay, well, you chose not to go to the Maldives, but you go to Indonesia, which is a predominantly Islamic country. Well, there are places in Indonesia that I vetted that I feel very safe. So there are issues, of course, with public displays of affection that I have to be sensitive to, but I have no trepidation because I have almost 30 years of experience traveling in Indonesia. So I have a legacy of people and organizations, properties that I'll work with, companies that I'll work with, and that know that I predominantly cater to the LGBTQ community. The other thing I do, which is important, is I'm a member of the International Gay and Lesbian Travel Association, the IGLTA. They publish an international guide to safe places for LGBTQ plus people to travel. Another example, later this year, we're taking a motorcycle tour, 11 people. Some people are straight, some people are gay, and actually have a transgender person coming along on the tour. And we're going to South Africa. And South Africa is one of the countries in Africa that I would feel safe taking people to because of its current status as a country. And I'm working with a tour provider that knows my clientele need this, and I've been very specific with them. So for example, we've had conversations about bed configurations. We've had conversations about the transgender person and the whole issue in the United States with gender markers on the passport. So there's all kinds of things that come up. But those are all things that I try to stay on top of and try to be sensitive to.
Amazing. And having that lived experience of being a queer person in the world like adds a layer of trust for your guests as well, it sounds like. In terms of changing the mainstream travel industry's approach to inclusivity and community, I feel like you do a lot of advocacy work, which is so amazing and so key. That's part of the reason you started your business. So can you tell us, how do you see Dive Ride Adventures challenging or changing the mainstream travel industry's approach?
I think just by being visible, you create change, especially in the travel industry where it just seems like not that many travel providers have been visible. I'm a part of a host organization and they have an IGLTA like focus group. It hasn't been that active, but every time they do something, I try to be present for them. Most of my advocacy is outside the travel industry and in the political arena, but whenever I could talk about travel and I talk about some of the things that you need to be sensitive to, like pronouns, like not misgendering people, like asking about bed configurations in a sensitive way, I try to raise all of those issues in the moment. And of course, I'm politically active where I live in advocating for LGBTQ people to have equal rights and visibility in the community that's safe.
And yeah, I feel like you also show up, as you said, in the spaces that are mainstream. And simply by showing up and by talking about what you do, it opens folks' eyes to different ways of doing business and different markets, and the fact that you're meeting the needs of a very lucrative, very niche market. And I love that you're referencing the IGLTA as well, because they're a big partner of ours at wmnsWORK. Great that you're using their resources. And these are resources that are open to anyone that's listening. So you could go on the IGLTA website, grab their list of destinations, look at how you can make your trips more inclusive. Just having that top of mind is going to be key to opening up your travel business to a greater market. What's one piece of advice you give travel space who are building businesses that reflect their authentic selves? You've obviously done a lot. You've seen a lot. We've known each other for, I think, 2.5 years now. I've seen how much you've done and how much you've grown, and your business has grown and you've influenced others. So I'm curious if you have any sage wisdom to pass along.
I think really the only wisdom is to not hide this and not be afraid of it, because even though we have some steps backward in the United States and elsewhere about accepting diversity, I think in the long run, being your authentic self and showing who you are is going to have a better experience for you and your business, and create a better experience for you and your business. I'm not the only one. Of course, there are many successful travel businesses that cater to the LGBTQ community, then networking with folks in the community as much as possible.
That's such a simple tool, just showing up as your full self, because you give people permission to show up as their full selves. Like, I love that you show up unapologetically, because it inspires me. As a queer Jewish woman myself, I know we share that identity. So it's really cool to see everything that you've done without even realizing. Like, you're
Thank
really,
you.
yeah, it's beautiful.
Thank you.
What are you excited about for Dive and Ride Adventures? Like, what's next? What trips are coming up? And does the business look different from when you started?
Yeah, it does look different. And I had envisioned that we were going to combine diving and riding on the same trip. And I think the complications associated with the logistics of that are just not ever going to make it so that that happens. But you never know. I mean, there are destinations that could work for that. I think the biggest thing that I'm excited for is to continue some of the partnerships that I've grown and to nurture them to get bigger, to have more and more people join my tribe. I'm still looking for a core of scuba divers. So if anybody knows scuba divers that would be interested in taking trips with like-minded people, let me know. Of course, I'm also looking for motorcyclists, but for some reason, the motorcycling side of my business has grown faster with more success than the diving side right now. So that was a little bit of an aha. Anyway, we'll see where that goes.
That's so interesting. Yeah. Very cool though. Yeah, so any scuba divers listening in, check out Dive and Ride Adventures. Any motorcyclists, same thing. And Lisa, are your trips open to all genders?
Yes, for the most part. The trip we're doing in South Africa started as a woman only trip. It will finish as a woman only trip, but unless it's specifically stated that way, all the trips are open.
Very cool. And what's next? Where are you headed next? Where's your next trip?
The next one is South Africa in August on motorcycle.
Oh, the pictures from that are going to be so mind blowing. I can't wait to see. I hope you post on Instagram as you go.
I think we will. So, yeah.
Okay, great. Well, this chat has gone by so quickly, but I feel like we've gotten some really good bite-sized pieces of wisdom out of here, and I really appreciate your time, Lisa. I want to give you the opportunity to folks know where to find you and where they can connect with you. So what's your website, your Instagram handle, anything else you want to share?
It's diveandrideadventures.com, and the Instagram is the same, Dive and Ride Adventures. So, yeah, they can get me there. And all my contact information is on the website, so it should be visible. So happy Pride Month, everyone. Thank you for the opportunity, Iris. I really appreciate it. And let's go travel.
Oh, happy Pride Month. Thanks, Lisa. And thank
All
you
right.
for
Thanks,
here.
Iris.
Chat to you soon. And to everyone watching, this is part of our short Pride Month series, so you can catch the replay right here on We Are Women's Work. Happy Pride, everyone. Thanks.